Commander Wolffe is one of the most complex and fascinating characters in the Star Wars universe. From his unwavering loyalty as a soldier of the Republic to his eventual disillusionment with the Empire, Wolffe's journey is a tragic tale of loss, duty, and redemption. Unlike many other clones, Wolffe's life was shaped not just by his military actions, but by the emotional scars he carried from the war. His experiences with betrayal, guilt, and the harsh realities of being a clone gave him a depth that few characters in Star Wars can rival. At the heart of Wolffe's story is his relationship with Jedi Master Plo Koon, who served as a mentor and moral compass for him. The bond between Wolffe and Plo Koon was one of mutual respect and trust, making the events of Order 66 all the more heartbreaking. Wolffe's loyalty to his commander and his battalion made him an exceptional leader, but it also left him vulnerable to the manipulation of the Empire. Wolffe's disillusionment with the Empire wasn't immediate. It was a gradual process, driven by moments of doubt, guilt, and the realization that the Empire was not the Republic he had once sworn to protect. These moments defined his character and ultimately led him to join the rebellion, a decision that required immense courage and a complete redefinition of his values. Wolffe's journey is not just a story of war, but a tale of a soldier who found his humanity in a galaxy that tried to strip it away. In this video, we'll dive deep into the moments that shaped Wolffe's tragic backstory and explore why he ultimately left the Empire. We'll examine key events that reveal his character, his struggles, and the choices that led him to break free from the Empire's grip. This is a story of loss, resilience, and redemption, one that adds even more layers to the Star Wars saga. Let's begin by understanding the man behind the helmet, a soldier who became so much more than a clone. The execution of Order 66 was one of the darkest moments in Wolffe's life. It was a moment of betrayal, orchestrated by the inhibitor chip, forcing him to turn against his trusted Jedi leader, Plo Koon. Plo Koon was more than just a general to Wolffe. He was a mentor and a symbol of justice. Losing him under such circumstances planted the first seeds of doubt in Wolffe's heart. The inhibitor chip initially suppressed any feelings of guilt Wolffe might have had. Yet, even with the chip's influence, memories of Plo Koon's leadership and compassion began to resurface over time. Plo Koon had treated his clones with dignity and saw them as individuals, not tools of war. This memory clashed with the Empire's cold and utilitarian approach, leaving Wolffe emotionally conflicted. Plo Koon's teachings often emphasized loyalty to justice and the greater good. Wolffe began to realize that the Empire didn't represent those values, which created an inner turmoil he couldn't ignore. The respect he had for Plo Koon lingered, and the weight of his actions during Order 66 became a source of guilt. This internal battle began to wear on Wolffe, pushing him closer to questioning the Empire's motives. Years later, Wolffe would reflect on the loss of Plo Koon as the first crack in his loyalty to the Empire. He recognized that the Jedi Master's teachings had shaped him into a better leader and person. Honoring Plo Koon's legacy became a driving force behind Wolffe's eventual decision to leave the Empire. It was through this tragic loss that Wolffe began to rediscover his humanity. The removal of Wolffe's inhibitor chip was both a physical and emotional transformation. The chip had been the tool that kept him loyal to the Empire, suppressing his ability to think independently. Once it was removed, Wolffe was finally able to see the full scope of the Empire's manipulations. This clarity was both liberating and deeply painful for him. Without the chip, memories of Order 66 and its aftermath came rushing back. Wolffe was forced to confront the role he had played in the fall of the Jedi Order. The guilt and regret he had buried for so long became impossible to ignore. This emotional reckoning was a key moment in Wolffe's journey toward redemption. The removal of the chip also gave Wolffe a renewed sense of purpose. For the first time, he could make choices based on his own values rather than programmed loyalty. This newfound freedom allowed him to critically evaluate the Empire and its impact on the galaxy. Wolffe began to see the Empire as a threat, not just to others, but to his own sense of morality. This moment symbolized Wolffe's break from the past and his first step toward a new future. It was a painful process, but one that ultimately set him on the path to redemption. Removing the inhibitor chip didn't erase his past, but it gave him the opportunity to make amends. This act of defiance solidified his resolve to leave the Empire behind. During the Siege of Lothal, Wolffe witnessed firsthand the brutal tactics employed by the Empire. The operation was meant to suppress rebellion, but the methods used targeted innocent civilians. Wolffe's role as a soldier forced him to carry out orders that went against his moral compass. This moment became a turning point in his perception of the Empire. The destruction caused by the Empire on Lothal was devastating, leaving countless lives shattered. Wolffe could no longer ignore the contrast between the Republic he once served and the Empire he now followed. He began to question if this was the galaxy he had fought to protect during the Clone Wars. The sight of families torn apart and entire communities destroyed weighed heavily on him. Wolffe started to remember his days under Plo Koon's leadership, when missions were about protecting life and preserving peace. The Empire's disregard for these values reminded him of the separatists he had once fought against. This realization deepened his sense of betrayal, as the Empire's actions contradicted everything the clones had stood for. Wolffe's disillusionment grew stronger with each act of cruelty he witnessed. The siege of Lothal served as another crack in Wolffe's loyalty to the Empire. It was a moment that forced him to see the truth. The Empire didn't care about peace or justice. This realization pushed Wolffe closer to the decision to abandon his role as an Imperial soldier. The seeds of rebellion were planted as he began to envision a life free from the Empire's control. Reuniting with other clones who had left the Empire played a significant role in Wolffe's transformation. During a fateful encounter with Rex and Gregor, Wolffe was forced to confront the choices he had made. These were men who had removed their inhibitor chips and reclaimed their independence. Their freedom and sense of purpose challenged everything Wolffe had been holding on to. Initially, Wolffe resisted their influence, unwilling to accept the reality they presented. He clung to the belief that the Empire was necessary to maintain order in the galaxy. However, seeing the camaraderie and resilience of his old comrades began to chip away at his defenses. Their stories of defiance and survival resonated deeply with him. Wolffe realized that his loyalty to the Empire was born out of fear, not conviction. Rex and Gregor showed him that clones could forge their own path, even in a galaxy dominated by the Empire. They reminded him of what the Republic had once stood for, and how far the Empire had strayed from those ideals. Their courage inspired Wolffe to consider a different future for himself. This reunion marked a critical turning point for Wolffe. It wasn't just about reconnecting with old friends, it was about rediscovering his identity. The influence of Rex and Gregor planted the final seeds of rebellion in Wolffe's heart. Their example gave him the strength to take the first steps toward leaving the Empire behind. Wolffe's final decision to join the rebellion was the culmination of his emotional journey. He had seen the Empire's cruelty, reconnected with old comrades, and reclaimed his independence. This choice was not made lightly, as it meant turning against everything he had once fought for. Yet, it was a decision driven by his desire to make amends and fight for a better galaxy. The rebellion offered Wolffe a chance to honor the memory of Plo Koon and the ideals of the Republic. It was an opportunity to stand up against oppression and fight for justice once again. Joining the rebellion allowed Wolffe to channel his skills and experience into a cause he truly believed in. It was a way for him to find redemption and purpose after years of doubt and guilt. Wolffe's integration into the rebellion wasn't without its challenges. He had to earn the trust of those who viewed him as an Imperial soldier. Despite this, Wolffe's determination and sincerity won over his new allies. His leadership and tactical expertise proved invaluable in the fight against the Empire. This moment marked the final chapter in Wolffe's journey away from the Empire. It was a choice that defined him as more than just a soldier, but as a person capable of change and growth. By joining the rebellion, Wolffe reclaimed his identity and found a cause worth fighting for. It was the ultimate act of defiance against the Empire, and a testament to his resilience. Commander Wolffe's story is one of transformation and redemption, making him one of the most compelling clones in Star Wars. From a loyal soldier of the Republic to a disillusioned veteran of the Empire, Wolffe's journey is a reflection of the struggles many faced in a galaxy torn apart by war. His decision to leave the Empire was not an easy one, but it was a testament to his strength of character and his refusal to compromise his principles. Through his actions, Wolffe proved that even in the darkest of times, it's possible to find light and make the right choice. The moments we've explored reveal the depth of Wolffe's character and the complexity of his experiences. His bond with Plo Koon, his growing disillusionment with the Empire, and his eventual alignment with the rebellion showcase a man torn between duty and morality. These moments highlight the emotional and moral growth that defined Wolffe's journey, making his story a powerful addition to the Star Wars narrative. Wolffe's choices remind us that redemption is always possible, even for those who feel lost in the chaos of war. As we reflect on his tragic backstory, it's clear that Wolffe's legacy is one of hope and resilience. He represents the clones who found their individuality and fought for a better galaxy, despite the odds stacked against them. Wolffe's story is a reminder that heroism isn't just about fighting battles. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's difficult. In honoring his journey, we celebrate the enduring spirit of those who choose the path of redemption, no matter how painful it may be. Commander Wolffe's backstory is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of choice. His journey from loyal soldier to rebel hero is one of the most inspiring arcs in the Star Wars saga. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.